All right, boys, it's the 2022 NHL Bracket Challenge. For those of you who were not Hockey Night in Canada, Dyed in the Wool Iron Rangers growing up, the theme song you hear in the background is the Hockey Night in Canada theme song. How appropriate. It only runs for a minute, so we'll enjoy that as some background here for the next minute or so. So here we are. Let's pick the brackets. Everyone will get one team out of the Western Conference, and everybody will get one team out of the Eastern Conference. You can see on the bracket sheet here, I've got the team numbers seeded 1 through 8 for each. I've got names across the top in order by your elementary schools. So we will go through and pick the Western Conference first. Then we'll go through and pick the Eastern Conference using the random number generator. So we will start with Poo Dog gets the first pick as our Cobb Cookers lead off. So Poo gets the first pick. I'm running the random number generator right now. And the first pick is team number 6 for Poo. So in the Western Conference, Poo gets team number 6, which is the Kings. Probably not such a great break, Poo, but, you know, hopefully he'll do better in the Eastern Conference. All right, Zaz is up next in the Cobb Cookers. Random number generator is a 4 for Johnny, so Johnny gets team number 4. Johnny gets the Blues. Gonna get to cheer against the Wild, which I personally wouldn't want, but you know what? The Blues, I think, are probably a good pick. Next up, we shift over to Greenhaven. Daddy is next. Random number generator generates a 7 for Daddy, so Daddy is up. Daddy's not up against Pooh. Daddy gets the Stars in the first round, staying in somewhat of a Minnesota theme. Next up is Cooter on the Greenhaven side of things. Generator says 5 for Cooter. That gives Jimmy the Edmonton Oilers. Given his mining background, maybe a little bit appropriate to get the Oilers, even though it's a different kind of mining. But, you know, we're just trying to make connections. All right, so next up, we shift over to our last Greenhaven player is Ging. Ging on the random number generator gets 3. Oh, Ging gets the Wild. Gets the cheer for his hometown team. That could be good or bad, but we're worried if we lose game 1 at home, is panic going to set in? I guess we'll find out. All right, there's 3 left. We got the Iowa boys, and I am the only Washington entrant in the competition. So random number generator for Dano is 2. Now we have a little bit more of a orchestra playing the Hockey Night Canada theme for us, which I kind of like. Dano gets Nashville. Don't sleep. Oh no, Dano doesn't get Nashville. Dano's number 2. Dano gets Calgary. That's a good pick, Dano. Once again, Dano's coming in strong in the postseason brackets. We're down to Colorado and Nashville. Richie is up next. Richie gets number 8. So Richie gets Nashville, which means I get the Avalanche, which frankly I'm sort of excited about. Still think their goaltending is weak, even though everyone thinks Darcy's going to be a stud. Darcy's never done in the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so there's your Western Conference. I'll send this out to everybody. Now we'll shift over to the Eastern Conference. We will we'll start again with Poo Dog on the Greenhaven side of things for the Eastern Conference. I don't know what's playing in the background now. Oh, another very operatic Hockey Night Canada theme song. We're hearing different versions. I kind of like this. All right, Poo Dog is up first, Eastern Conference. Poo Dog random number generator is number 7 for Poo, which means he gets in the Eastern Conference. He gets the Bruins, which was actually a strong 7th seed. That could be an interesting pick for Poo. I think, to me, they're a little bit of a dark horse. I think they can do something. All right, next up, we've got Johnny Z for the Cobb Cookers. And Johnny, as soon as I copy his name, random number generator for Johnny is going to be number 1. Johnny gets the first seed, probably the first seed overall. Gets the Florida Panthers. Again, super strong pick for Zez. Zez looking good in the Eastern Conference. Next, we shift over to Greenhaven. We're going to go with Cooter first. I'm going to turn the music volume down just a tish. All right, next up is Cooter. Jimmy is going to get from the random number generator. Jimmy gets number 4. Oh, might be the best 4 pick ever. It's the defending Stanley Cup champs, the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Jimmy is coming in with Edmonton and Tampa. Two good matchups for sure for Cooter. Next up, it's David. Still lots of good teams left on the board for the Eastern Conference. Dave in the random number generator gets number 6. I like that pick for Dave too. I think that's kind of a quiet, little dark horse team. Love Brian Burke in Pittsburgh. So Big Daddy comes in with the Penguins. All right, next up is our last Greenhaven attendee, Michael Grillo. And on the random number generator, Ging gets number 2. Ging gets the 2nd seed in the East. Just to verify it with our accounting firm there. Ging gets the Carolina Hurricane. Nice matchup for Gypsy. All right, next we shift to Iowa. And for Panther boys, Dano's up first. And he gets team number 8. Dano gets the Capitals. So Dano's got the Caps and the Flames. 2 teams that wear very similar colors, but definitely for Dano strong in the West. Maybe not so much in the East. We'll see. All right, let's see if Richie can do better than the 8th seed, which we know he can. We've still got Toronto on the board and the Rangers. It's just Toronto and the Rangers between Richie and I. So let's see what happens, what the random number generator does for us here. Team number 5 came up first for Richie, so that gives Richie the New York Rangers. If you've ever been to Madison Square Garden, oldest building in the NHL and definitely one of the best venues, one of the most fun venues for sure. And then that leaves me with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Team with maybe the most pressure on it just because they're in Toronto. 3 seed. Could be a decent run for the Leafs, although I don't feel too good about it. So there is the bracket. Let's go through it again. In the Western Conference, I've got the Colorado Avalanche. Richie has the Nashville Predators. Gypsy got the Wild. He gets to cheer for his hometown team. Zez gets to cheer against the hometown team, but might be in a great position with the Blues. Love Dano with the Flames. I think they have a good shot for sure to make the finals. Love Darryl Suter behind the bench. Daddy's got the Stars. Not my favorite team, but they could surprise. Jimmy's got the Edmonton Oilers, who I think have very little pressure on them and been getting some really strong goaltending from Mike Smith, place to make a run. And speaking of teams with no pressure, Pooh probably has the team with the least amount of pressure, which is the Kings. It's kind of all gravy for the Kings from here. So if they play that way, they got a shot. We'll go to the East as number 1 seed with the Panthers, and obviously the Andrew Burnett connection and that great offense they've got. Goaltending here is certainly the question, as we all know, but they've got a really great chance. Dano with the Capitals got to have Ovi back, or it's going to be a short playoff run for the Caps. I've got the Maple Leafs. Cooter in with the Lightning. Again, probably the best number 4 pick ever going to get there. Ging really coming in with 2 great seeds with the Wild and the Hurricane. Goaltending questions here, but we'll see how that plays out. I think my dark horse in the East is Poo Dogs, Boston Bruins, the 7th seed, and we close it out with Richie going up against Daddy in the first round, Richie with the Rangers, and Daddy with the Sidney Crosby-led Penguins. Okay, guys, well, good luck to everybody. I will send this out. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, as always, for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.